Families are fascinating, often revealing surprises that go far beyond personality traits and peculiar habits. In the age of DNA testing and genealogical exploration, many of us are curious about where we came from, and celebrities are no different. In fact, many famous individuals can trace their lineage back to some of history's most prominent figures. From royalty to literary legends, these celebrities carry a surprising mix of illustrious ancestry, making the phrase "history repeats itself" all the more literal. Number 10. Beyoncé Knowles and Queen Elizabeth II. Music meets monarchy. Beyoncé is famously considered music royalty, but it turns out she actually has royal blood in her veins. The multi-talented singer, known for her powerful voice and iconic performances, is the 25th cousin of Queen Elizabeth II, once removed. They share a common ancestor in King Henry II of England, who ruled during the 12th century and was the first monarch of the Plantagenet dynasty. King Henry II's reign saw significant developments in English law, which laid the foundation for the judicial system still in use today. Perhaps Beyoncé's regal stage presence can be partly attributed to her royal lineage, which is just as captivating as her artistry. Number 9. Angelina Jolie and King Philip II of France. Hollywood royalty meets French nobility. Angelina Jolie, an actress celebrated for her range and depth, also carries royal blood stemming directly from King Philip II of France. Philip II ruled from 1180 to 1223 and is remembered for strengthening the French monarchy by reclaiming lands and increasing royal influence. He is notable for his victory over King John of England, which led to French expansion. Jolie, with her humanitarian efforts and film career, seems to echo the influence and impact of her French ancestor. Interestingly, she portrayed Queen Olympias in the movie Alexander, opposite Val Kilmer's Philip II of Macedonia, showing that her royal connections are not just behind the scenes. Number 8. Brad Pitt and King Henry II of England. A royal match. Brad Pitt is another Hollywood superstar who has connections to royalty. He can trace his ancestry back to King Henry II of England, who ruled from 1154 to 1189. King Henry II is known for establishing the Angevin Empire, which covered large parts of France and England, and his efforts to reform the judicial system were groundbreaking for the time. As fate would have it, King Henry's wife, Eleanor of Aquitaine, was first married to French royalty, linking Brad Pitt's lineage to Angelina Jolie's, making their now-dissolved union feel almost written in the stars. This also means that Pitt is a 25th cousin, twice removed, of Queen Elizabeth II, bringing an additional royal twist to his famous lineage. Number 7. Anna Chancellor and Jane Austen. Literary heritage. Anna Chancellor is well known for her portrayal of Caroline Bingley in the BBC adaptation of Pride and Prejudice. But her connection to the story goes much deeper. The acclaimed author Jane Austen is actually Chancellor's 8 times great-aunt. Jane Austen is one of the most celebrated authors in English literature, known for her works that provide a witty and sharp critique of the British landed gentry. Austen's influence on English literature remains immense, and the fact that Chancellor has a family connection to this literary legend brings her portrayal in Austen's adaptations full circle. One can imagine that playing a role in one of Austen's works must have felt even more special given their familial link, which is woven through generations of literary brilliance. Number 6. Helena Bonham Carter and H.H. Asquith. From prime ministers to quirky characters. Helena Bonham Carter has long been known for her unique and unconventional roles, from Bellatrix Lestrange to Mrs. Lovett. However, her lineage is quite the opposite. Her paternal great-grandfather was none other than Herbert Henry Asquith, the Prime Minister of the UK from 1908 to 1916, who played a pivotal role during the early years of World War I. Asquith was known for introducing reforms that expanded social welfare and attempting to address the suffragette movement in Britain. This makes Bonham Carter not only connected to political power, but also to Jane Austen through other branches of her family tree. Such an illustrious lineage only adds to her complex and dynamic on-screen persona. Number 5. Harry Lloyd and Charles Dickens. The Dickensian descendant. Harry Lloyd, who portrayed Viserys Targaryen in Game of Thrones, is directly descended from literary royalty, Charles Dickens. Dickens, the beloved author known for classics like A Christmas Carol and Oliver Twist, is Lloyd's great-great-great-grandfather. Dickens' works highlighted the plight of the poor in Victorian England and played a significant role in raising awareness about social injustice. Lloyd's connection to Dickens comes through his mother, Marion, who is a descendant of Dickens' seventh child, Henry Fielding Dickens. No wonder Lloyd seems to have a flair for the dramatic. His ancestry is steeped in some of the richest storytelling traditions of English literature, setting a strong foundation for his acting career. Number 4. Benedict Cumberbatch and King Richard III. From battlefields to movie sets. Benedict Cumberbatch, known for his portrayal of Doctor Strange, is distantly related to King Richard III of England. Richard III, who ruled from 1452 to 1485, was the last English king to die in battle at the Battle of Bosworth Field, marking the end of the Wars of the Roses. His reputation was marred by historical accounts, notably by Shakespeare, who depicted him as a villain. Cumberbatch is his 16th cousin, and even read a poem at Richard II's reburial in 2015, a touching tribute to his royal ancestor. The rediscovery of Richard II's remains under a Leicester car park was a significant historical event, and Cumberbatch's involvement added a deeply personal connection to his family's legacy. Number 3. Sigourney Weaver and King Henry I. The alien connection to the throne. Sigourney Weaver, celebrated for her role in the Alien franchise, also carries royal blood. She is descended from King Henry I of England, who ruled from 1100 to 1135. King Henry I was known for his administrative reforms and his efforts to bring stability to England after a tumultuous period of succession crisis. Though Henry I died without a legitimate male heir, his lineage found its way to the big screen through Weaver. This also makes her the 24th cousin, once removed, of Queen Elizabeth II. Royalty and fighting aliens. What a combination! Weaver's lineage reveals an unexpected link between sci-fi action and historical drama. Number 2. Jake Gyllenhaal and King Edward III. The King's Kin. Jake Gyllenhaal, known for his diverse roles in Hollywood, has a royal connection to King Edward III of England, who reigned from 1312 to 1377. Edward III was instrumental in starting the 100 Years' War between England and France, significantly shaping medieval European history. Gyllenhaal isn't the only celebrity with this connection. His sister Maggie, Michael Douglas, and Hilary Duff are also descendants of this medieval king. This collective link to King Edward III suggests that a surprising number of modern celebrities can trace their roots back to powerful medieval rulers, hinting at the extensive and interconnected nature of royal bloodlines. Number 1. Meghan Markle and William Shakespeare, the Duchess and the Bard. Before Meghan Markle became the Duchess of Sussex by marrying Prince Harry, she already had a notable lineage. She is related to none other than William Shakespeare. Shakespeare, often regarded as the greatest playwright in history, wrote timeless plays that have been adapted countless times, influencing the English language and literature. Markle is a 5th cousin, 12 times removed, of the Bard himself. Given her career in acting, this connection seems quite fitting, as Shakespeare's influence on theater and storytelling is timeless. It's almost as though her path to royalty and performing was written in her genetic code. And there you have it, folks. Give this video a royal thumbs up. And if you want more of our content, hit that subscribe button faster than Ozzy Osbourne can bite the head off a bat. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next video, because who knows, you might just find out you're related to someone famous too. Stay curious, stay royal, and see you next time.